Tight from working out, y'all. So I actually put my clothes back on. I feel tight, y'all. Like for real, for real. I was like, let me make sure I'm alright. No, I'm alright. I feel tight as hell, y'all. You know, let's turn the AC on for a minute. It's like 87 degrees up in here. And usually I like it about 72, so we're gonna turn it on. So we'll put it on about 74 for about a half hour at least. So before I get ready to take it down, it'll be nice and cool. I'll crack the window. A nice cool breeze with the rain tonight, so it's a little humid, which is good. So how's everybody doing this evening? Everybody hanging in there? Hey Rondo, man, wish you was here, bro. I wanted to share something with you, man. So I got something to help me with my not doing the pill anxiety thing, but you know, weed can also give me the little thing. So let's see. And OG Kush that provides an excellent. And I know you're afraid of these, bro. So I always keep these in the fridge away from you. I got like 5 of them. So it's some new ones. They these are infused. Even Mike Tyson actually liked these. This is the this right here is the Stizzy. Great. These mugs right here. And another thing, because a lot of people know, like this right here, me alone will last like a year. I got some pre-rolls. They're all I got like 12 pre-rolls, all indica. I probably won't smoke those for like another 2-3. I take a hit and I put it down, and one of these right here will last me like 2 weeks. Yeah, I don't sit there. I don't know how y'all do that. I mean, there was a time, and that was good weed. A lot of this stuff's got a little bit of somebody else's input, but it's all indica. I just wanted to share it with you because, like, there's a lot of us, and the federal government needs to stop playing around. But you know they're sick when it comes to veterans. They want to medicate you and kill you. So, and it's pretty obvious. This is flower. This is one of my favorites right here. You just can't get stuff like this. I'm not gonna tell you what it is because then you'd be like, so yeah, it's Casper OG. So, you know, I like stuff that actually works, mellows you, don't get you all heart racing and all that other crap. I got other ones in here, but I've got all kinds of different ones. This right here is the Tangerine Kush. It's actually very citrusy and very mellow. I actually was reaching out to Arcadia. I would like to go out there and get another at least half pound, 2 ounces of that what they gave me. Remember, they gave me about damn near half a pound, a quarter of a pound of weed, so for free. So, and that stuff was excellent, mellow, just like my joints were sore. I would take a little CBD and I'll be like, you know what? I need that Delta 8. I know it's in the weed. I don't care about Delta 9. That's some perverse made up stuff. I take 2 hits, I lay back in my bed, put the music on, and I am mellow. So my boy picked it up for me. I got a bunch of crap in the fridge already. Like when you was here, when you brought, I had stuff. I just didn't want to mess with it. It's like I always keep a whole bunch of crap because people will be like, I'm going to Flagstaff. I'm going to Las Vegas, Planet 13. What you need? Here's $100. Bring me back nothing but indica. And bring me back enough. Don't get retarded. They come back. I think they done bought extra stuff. Cause I'd be like, what's all this? No, you take those with you, and I'll take the rest of it. I can't. Cause the stuff will just be. I don't like to get high. Not at all. If it can't serve a medical purpose, I don't want it. Y'all want some? Mom always said, if you eat in front of people, offer. Mom always said, if you eat in front of people, offer. My apologies for never offering. So if you would like some, got plenty. Oh. Okay. My apologies. It's good to see him. Wild Indian. Listen, Malcolm. Appreciate it. And of course, you know, you're all my Sinelli. You're hooking Go there or Sinelli. You're all my family. And I got you, Corbin. Appreciate you. Nothing but love. Okay? Appreciate you, beloved. We're gonna get those. We're gonna get the rest of them dang books. You watch. Now I'll do my best to hold off from. Hey, Caramel, what's going on, Akim? So I'm gonna read a little bit of Emerald Tablets, because you know, everything I purchase, it's not like I go through it. I have knowledge of a lot of things, so everything I order is so you can better equip yourself and look at things from a different dynamic. You know, we have to elevate ourselves. And the thing is, I need y'all to have more spiritual context. That's why I say if you're doing religion, actually put your feet, both hands, and your head in. Or don't mess with it at all. Because you'll never get what the purpose that it can actually negate, all right, for you. So I want to read this. All right, so this is the Emerald Tablets, A Beginner's Guide by Billy Carson. I have the original one I got. I'm not gonna read that because I probably have some people talk all that Masonic nonsense behind it, misinterpreting. I don't say nothing. I'd be like, okay, I want to break something down. I want to read a refrain from you, and then read a breakdown, and then do like a little kinesiology. You know, go into it just a little bit, because I really want to read the other stuff. Okay. So this is by Billy Carson, mind you. Okay, and if you want to know what he looks like, I showed y'all a picture of him, didn't I? For those, you know, some people, I like to respect the authors, regardless of their background and who they are. Right? We don't shoot the messenger. We look at the message, and then we better equip ourselves with more research. Like I always say, even though I'm reading something, never take my word for it. All right? In order for you to become enlightened, and for you to have recall and accept the challenge given to you in life, you have to self-ordain. You dig what I'm saying? There's no water baptism or any other. You have to baptize yourself in the fire you're in. And you must free yourself from that fire. You must be the tornado, the whirlwind. You must be the flowing water. You must be like the earth, the sun. Not obtruse, but the light of it, okay? All right, so that's a little thing about, we'll read the author when I start from the beginning. I was thinking about reading from the back of this book to the front, and then use my book to analyze some of the things that because I know he had to have read that book, and that book is from like I think it was 1979 or 1989, something like that. So it shows you the tablets and the Khmer, it shows you all that, okay? It's not in color either, y'all, so. But we'll get into that. Let's go ahead and break this down. Let me make sure I'm in the right spot. I'm not highlighting this book. So in this chapter, the history of thought in the Atlantean, the Emerald Tablet 1. In this chapter, he will establish the true source of the teaching of Yeshua, and it appears that most of his biblical teachings and statements come directly from the Emerald Tablets. This also points to the possibility that Yeshua may be thought, or the son of thought. It could be remember, how many names could it be? It could be the sinister, and it could be the light. So we're going to let him have that for the moment, and later on down the road, I'll break it. I've already did videos on this. You know, I know I'm a little tyrant when it comes to things, but I have to do it my way. I have to shake the tree a little bit, you know what I mean? He is pointing that out because he needs people to purchase the book. And there are many people out here who, in abstract, would say that they're anti-religious, or, you know, the other terms that are utilized. I'm not going to get into all that. I've already expressed those, you know, atheists, whatever. Those are cults. Those are fanatical religious ideologies that are steeped against religion, even though it carries on as such. Y'all need to really study those things and really get into the Theosophical Society. I've been saying that over 30 years and still getting smacked upside my head. Why are you still talking about it? But anyway, let's go on. And we won't be prejudiced to his writings now. The 4th century Greek historian Herodotus records one of his history's first tour guides of the ancient. And to the Greeks, I want y'all to know that whenever it points to Herodotus, Platus, or any of those, It's because they want to keep hidden the true history. So they stop at a certain point in discord. And yet you will always hear something about others previous, but it will be on a pyre of kindle, not roaring fires of truth. So you need to remind yourself of this. Okay, so let's carry on. Anyway, first tour guides to the ancient and to the Greeks. Mysterious Egypt. This I have actually seen. I work beyond words. For if anyone put together the buildings of the Greeks and display of their laborers, they would seem lesser in both effort and expense to this labyrinth. Even the pyramids are beyond words, and each was equal to many and mighty works of the Greeks. Now he's mixing two periods of time here. We don't do that. Even though he's laying a foundation where you can say, okay, one is steeped in another, I will express why. Yet the labyrinth surpasses even the pyramids. Herodotus, history books, chapter 11, I believe that's page 148. Now, you need to know that the lost labyrinths, they say the lost labyrinths, there's nothing lost about them because all the governments utilize them. Whether they're sacrificing children or adults or whatever sick more, they still exist. It is what, you know what, I forget the two people in 1975 who said, oh, there's a grand labyrinth and all under the, and they disappeared, even over here. I'm serious. Now, can you look it up on Wikipedia, DuckDuckGo, whatever, or Google? I don't know. Maybe somebody may have spoke on it in passing. I don't research it. I just remember because I was always involved in all that ancient history, because Tartary was my main thing from middle school all up to high school, when I used to get weapons for it, you know what I mean, in school. So when people are speaking about Thoth, it goes back before Egypt. It may allude to the benefactor of ancient Atlantis, of the Atlanteans, or it could be that of which came to destroy when you think Anunnaki. And we have been covering Thoth, right? And all the other Enlil, Anu, and all those gods, right? That's why I say the creator is not a god. Even though we want to accept the term that demigod, lesser god, and a bigger god, yet he said, let's create, it stated, let's create them in our image, for ye are gods. Like, you paying attention, okay? I don't need to get into a whole lot of dribble, because people like to dissect, and that's where we make our mistakes. And that's why I'm putting it out there, because you must research it. You must come into your own truth. You must meditate. You must dream walk. You must see the funnel and direct it. You must step into the grassy plain and see the trees, not in this realm. Now let's get into the next part. And Thoth said, I, Thoth the Atlantean, master of mysteries, trickster as well, be reminded, keeper of records, mighty king, magician, living from generation to generation, being about to pass into the halls of Amente. You know what Amente means? Listen. These records of the mighty wisdom of great Atlantis, set down for the guidance of those that are to come after. Now, Atlantis existed for hundreds, if not thousands of years. You can imagine the time, for even the time we live in now is subjugated to subversion. Trust me. And it was long before Egypt, because the fall of Atlantis brought something else here. And we call it devils, demons, and all this other stuff. That is to be elusively keep you tied into a place that is obscured of the truth, that which is around you still, to keep you blind to what may possibly be. Okay, listen to this. These records of the mighty wisdom of great Atlantis, set down for the guidance of those that are to come after. In the great city of Kiro, of the island of Undal, in a time far past, I began this incarnation. Now in these passages, we can already, and he states, we can see already that the tone is set for reincarnation. Pay attention, and regeneration. Well, he's coy, but I'll show you in a minute. Very similar to this biblical statement in 2 Corinthians. I know this very well, chapter 5, verses 2 to 7. We grow weary in our present bodies, and we long to put our heavenly bodies like new clothing. Fact. For we will put on heavenly bodies. We will not be spirits without bodies. While we live in these earthly bodies, we groan inside. But it's not that we want to die and get rid of these bodies that clothe us. Rather, we want to put on our new bodies so that these dying bodies will be swallowed up by life. That means to envelop and to unfold, to go into a cocoon, but you cannot do that in your present state. That's the importance of them fluoridating, ammonia, all the different toxins. You know what I mean? Chlorine, bleach, in the water, the food, the air, the 100 to 200 different chemicals, and some of those things are paralyzers, or there's just many things that are being sprayed. You've heard about the congressional records where they talk about the uranium and mists being sprayed over California, Idaho, and the east coast of Florida, and Texas, and all these people coming down with cancers and foods. And when they thought it was iron in the cornflakes, it was more than that. When you get to uranium or plutonium, and you get to the metal black, like the slag that was utilized for salt in New York when they were learning how to rework certain bridges that had been here forever. The slag from certain steels or metals that was salty, and they were spreading on their food. Just pay attention. I love this. God himself has prepared us for this. This is still 2 Corinthians. For this. And as a guarantee, he has given us his Holy Spirit. So we are always confident, even though we know that as long as we live in these bodies, we are not at home with the Lord. For we live by believing and not by seeing. So the reason why I said they utilize the word God and all these other things, because if you actually knew the true name of the source of creation, all this would be undone. Everything perverted they've done with, if you want to think about the movie, the Avengers, and the big purple-headed fool, the Titan, it would be undone. So then we'd be like Nixoplexy, you know what I'm saying? Put him back to sleep, get him to say his name backwards. You're paying attention now, okay? Remember, there's nothing new under the sun. It doesn't say there's nothing new under the moon. There's nothing new under the sun. Remember, I was expressing to you in all my readings, whether it be other realms or whatever, you never heard of moons. Only moons in sci-fi, to extrapolate on this one, to which I've always said, and then I stopped saying it because I heard too many playing people, it's a satellite. Whether you want to believe it or not. But I always said that it was the night that we have to be vigilant. Do you know why we have to protect the woman and be up at night when they sleep? Because of the great war that we had. The moon is right above us. It ain't out in some fake outer space. It's pop marked because of a great war. That's long time not in you. It's within you, but you're not dream walking, and you're not eating different. You're not changing or manifesting something otherwise to be able to make it relevant, to see it, even in the doctrines that are around you. All right. So anyway, that's my opinion. Then Thoth said, not as the little men of the present age did the mighty ones of Atlantis live and die. Again, not as the little men of the present age did the mighty ones of Atlantis live and die, but rather from eon to eon did they renew their life in the halls of Amenti, where the river of life flows eternally onward. Remember, they always talk about the fountain of youth. And how about the organ that can belt out over 7 million tones frequency? Now, are you paying attention? Why? This is not no global position satellite. 5G, I told you, was tested on us at Naval Air Station Cecil Field, 1987. 5G ain't got nothing to do with no satellite. It's a weapon to boil you from the inside out. And everybody, I watch them running around, oh man, we're getting 5G, and all the people who work for the companies, oh, it ain't gonna hurt you, it's safe. And I'm looking at these people like, the lesser them. Now, Yeshua says in the New Testament book of John 7:38, he that believes in me, out of his being shall flow rivers of living water. Living water is also words, kindness, love. There's no explanation to it. It's steeped in order. In order to have a new world order, you must make sure that everything is out of order. Like, we think today that integration is the best policy. Yet we were segregated and the world got along well. It was established. There was order. But today we have become perverse. It's not hate. Do you know when they say two distinct people? They're not talking about Mongols or Mongols. They're talking about some of our brothers in South America and us up here. That's all it means. That's why I need y'all to pay attention. Because see, they always want to paint a white narrative that has nothing to do with the truth of history. Not in any shape, fashion, or form. And you must, you know what they say, if the glove don't fit, you must quit. Okay? We'll get into the next part. I really want to read these other two. We'll get into the next part, which he goes into men of Kim, and then I'll further explain some things about Khan and all that other stuff that a lot of people like to get caught up in the vices of. But Khan is no more than a king or queen, and that we are, no matter who we are today, even in our weakened state. In our weakened state, we can't profess or claim it, but I'm only pointing it out because it's a true predicament that we're in. So we must elevate. So I'm not saying it to build upon. That coconut water, man, with lemon and lime. I mean, with lime and ginger. Get y'all one of these. No PBS and no PVA. Okay? They're hard as rock, but they're good. Hey, Papa, what's up?
What you doing?
I'm gonna go out there and get it now before I get ready to go upstairs, okay? I got you, Papa. Come on. Ah, you thinking you some fun? Like, come on, Papa. Come on.
Hey, what's up? Hey.
Wanna say hi? Huh? You wanna say hi?
Say hi. Say hi, Papa. Say hi, right here.
Come here. Out. Say hi. Say hi. That's my Papa's. That's my Papa's. I'll say it hi, guys. Alexander. Yes, he doesn't have a cousin to betray him, to free the beast, if you know what I mean. Gods of Eden. Actually, Gods of Eden, then we'll do George Jones. Get your little weak stuff up there. Put them over. I want you to hurt yourself. Okay. Gods of Eden, William Bramley. Snoo, still appreciate you buying this for me. I appreciate it. And y'all know that tomorrow we'll get back into the Jews and Muslims in British Columbia, America. How y'all like that reading so far? It's pretty decent, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and let's kick off a couple paragraphs with this, and then we'll get George Jones and deal with an original history of ancient America. Remember, I was cross-reading, excuse me, the two books I have compared to the PDF download. This one is pretty much the same, but it's got some things that are a little different. That's, as far as the forgotten books, you know what I mean? So let's hit it up. Come on. I need to read, Papa. He's just none of them read. Give me that belly. All right, here we go. The custodians clearly did not want mankind to begin traveling the road to spiritual recovery. Sounds familiar? The reason is obvious. The custodial society wanted slaves. It is difficult to make thralls of people who maintain their integrity and some of ethics. It becomes impossible when those same individuals are uncovered by physical threats due to a reawakened grasp of their spiritual immortality. Okay? Pay attention. T. That's all this is. Just remember, puzzle pieces. All right? Puzzle pieces are how important? Okay. Now, most importantly, if spiritual beings could no longer be trapped in human bodies, okay, check that out. I love that. Most importantly, if spiritual beings could no longer be trapped in human bodies, but could instead use and abandon bodies at will, doesn't that mean to astral walk or Aether 9? there would be no spiritual beings available to animate slave bodies. As we recall, Sumerian tablets revealed a custodial attention to permanently attach spiritual beings to human bodies. Early man's attempts to escape this spiritual bondage by eating from the biblical trees, therefore had to be stopped and fast. Therefore the Lord God sent him Adam forth from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from which he had been taken. So he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubim, angels. Now, we already read about what angels may possibly really be, right? So you get where they created, how they created or formulated this Christian ideology. We already know that Frederick Douglass broke down, and they tried to change it. And he said, but Christianity is not of this land. Be mindful. Anyway, all right? So he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubim, angels, and a flaming sword which turned every way, to shield the way and prevent access to the tree of life. And that's Genesis 3:23, all right? 2:24 to 23 to 24. But anyway, the flaming sword symbolizes the no-nonsense measures that the custodians undertook to ensure that genuine spiritual knowledge would never become available to the human race. And to further prevent, it could mean that they hid it. It could be a number of things. To further prevent access to such knowledge, Homo sapiens was condemned to an additional fate. And to Adam, he, God, said, because you have listened to the urgings of your wife, and have eaten from the tree of which I commanded you not to, saying, you shall not partake of it. Cursed is the ground for you. In toil will you eat its yield for all the days of your life. That means not animals, right? I mean, you can't make this up. Thorns, too, and thistles will it bring forth to you. And check this out. As you eat the plants from the field, by the sweat of your face will you eat bread until you return to the ground. For out of it you were taken, and for dust you are, and to dust you return. Genesis chapter 3, verses 17 through 19. And you know Elijah, the book of Elijah, Denzel Washington. I quoted it, early on this week, right? Monday. This was a highly effective way to deal with Adam's and Eve's original sin. So this is a metaphor. I know people want to believe it's literally, how can you envision something you have no idea of what the perception really is? You must acquiesce the truth of how you have been blocked off. The Garden of Eden lies up in here and here. It's the source. It's connected to order. As you see right now, the thing is to remove and distract from order to establish a new order, new world order. But within you is order. So if I have you looking outside of yourself, we will never look inside. Remember Christ, the criticism, the fluid, the pineal gland, that can dream walk, meditation, the importance of it. Every day of your so-called birth year, to stand upside in your head, to fast 3 days, that means the day before it and the day after, and never mention time as far as your date. Why do you think people celebrate their birthday? They're celebrating their death. The leaving of this world, not the coming in. See, until you start becoming a little more radical in, not theory, but in thought and processing this, you'll accept everything that people are doing as if it's okay. Because it's written in books. Obviously, they had to write it in as if it's a real thing. A common misinterpretation of Adam and Eve's story is that the original sin had something to do with sex or nudity, and they did push that at one time. This confusion comes from that part of the story in which Adam and Eve eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and immediately become ashamed of their nakedness. It was not nudity. However, that shamed them. Adam and Eve were mortified by what their nakedness represented. That was just right there. That was just another form to start what you would know is considered birth control. Seriously, that's BS. Ancient Mesopotamian records depict human beings stark naked when performing tasks for their custodial masters. Custodians, on the other hand, were depicted as being fully clothed. The implication is that Adam and Eve felt degraded by their nakedness because it was a sign of their enslavement. not because being naked in itself is bad. Just throwing that out there. Yeah, Caramel just had a video about 45 minutes ago, maybe 50. Check it out. It's pretty good one. Okay? We'll support our brother. I mean, looking to see if Westside hasn't done one for a while, but we got to get some more stuff going. I got to get some videos together. I got to edit some videos for AAA. And we had that gentleman came earlier talking about, is that a gun? That's, you know what, ATF is not that retarded. It's not like, it's not knowing if I purchased a gun or built one or whatever. That's just retarded. The thing is, y'all must remember, whether it's a bot, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. So I said what needed to be said. Just if you see that foolishness, just remove it. You can actually, you know what I mean? They said they subscribe. It might be someone very young. I don't know. I don't care. Okay, so remember that. It's no hate. We just don't have no time to deal with stupidity. And there are a lot of people, and it's not hate. But when something like that comes out so blatant, and I just conveyed or conversed about something that may be important, and that alludes to something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one of these costume idiots feel like, okay, well, we gotta wait. We've got a book that we're gonna go by, and I guess they want to see if there's an emotional feeling behind a statement like that. By any statement, like, I just see it as retarded. Seriously, but it's no hate. George Jones, An Original History of Ancient America, Elderbond Classic. We're just going to read a chapter of this because I really want to start off with AM. With Atlantis, you know, us finding Europe and then going to this, because I want to read quite a bit, because I really want to get through this book. We're almost halfway, but there's some really good pointers. That's what I was reading this, y'all. Some pretty good pointers, and there's some words I'm still having a little with, but we'll get through it, okay? Remember, this is 1839, this book, supposedly. It may appear strange at the first glance that there should be any connection between. And now you got to remember, connection was not with a CTION. It was with two X's. Are y'all aware of that? Anyway, between the mummies of Tenerife and those of Peru, towards establishing that the Mexican Aborigines were originally Tyrians. But there is a connection. And as certain as that a chain of 3 links owes its utility to the connection power of the central one. Now Tenerife forms that central link between Tyrus and the Western continent. Now, the natural and apparent question then is, where the Guanchos, ancient Canary Islands, originally from the Tyrian family? Okay? The Guanchos, ancient Canarians, originally from the Tyrian family? This we distinctly answer in the affirmative. Now, Mr. Pettigrew, and that means yes, Mr. Pettigrew, in his valuable History of Egyptian Mummies, has the following remark upon those discovered at Tenerife: that the inhabitants of the Canary Islands should have adopted a practice of embalming in some measure similar to that of the Egyptian is rather singular. Now, what's funny about the Canary Islands, you don't see no Mongolians, you see Negroes, for those who are aware of the Canary Islands. Similar to that of the Egyptians is rather singular. Now, seeing they were separated from each other by the entire breadth of North Africa, or Nubia. The entire breadth. You paying attention? Now, the above author assumes as a necessity that the ancient Guanchos, Canarians, must have immigrated by land. Otherwise, the sentence, entire breadth of northern Nubia, is usefully brought forward to express the barrier between the islands and Egypt. Now, Nubia could be the whole of Earth. This one. But we won't deal with that right now. That's for another time and another place. The immigration by land cannot be sustained, but is absolutely rejected from the fact that the Guanchos must have had navigable means to have reached the chief islands even after they had arrived upon the shores of the continent, which are nearly 150 miles from Tenerife. This fact then points to a nation having acquaintance with Egypt and the means of navigation, and also of one advanced in civilization. For such were the now extinct nations of the Guanches, as related by Spanish historians. Truth seems once to point to the Tyrians as the aborigines of those islands. Mr. Pettigrew probably forgot that Herodotus has... Now, you need to know the Tyrians are steeped in Atlantean ideology or theory, right? Okay. So you see all these books, how they're well put together, even though they are far from complete or each other. Mr. Pettigrew probably forgot that Herodotus has recorded the celebrated Egypto-Tyrian expedition in the continent of Nubia, and which occurred 609 and 606 before Christ. Now, what did I read about you in Arthur Koestler's, the 13th tribe? The fact of the century and what took place. What was being disposed of, what was happening, what was the conflicts and all the wars that emanated and started, and how it changed history forever. It is apparent that the fortunate insulae, as the Canary Islands were called by the ancients, were discovered during the 3 years voyage related by the Greek historian, for they were known to the Tyrians centuries before the Christian era. Centuries. You hear that? This celebrated expedition and the proofs of its being accomplished will be investigated and established in the pages devoted to the history of Tyrius. And we'll get into that, the I guess you could say some of the downfalls or whatever tomorrow. And you will definitely, I hope that you really enjoy that. What did I do, Bubba? You looking at me all crazy? You want to play, don't you? You got them big old wide brown eyes. You want to play, don't you? That's my little dude. Okay, let's go ahead. And we're going to read quite a bit of this tomorrow, guys. Yeah. I read quite a bit, and I was like, I really got to break that down. I'm gonna run to the store, grab him something. Come on back, grab a seat, put a movie in. I'll probably pass out down here. I appreciate you guys stopping in. I guess they're still blocking and hiding stuff. What's going on? Allowing them to go in. I'm not here to beat up on those people, but you know what I'm talking about. Hey, Stu, baby. What's going on, beloved? Rondo, what's up, beloved? Camille. What's going on, beloved? T. Hines. Wow. All right. Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, it was good. That was a good video you put up, brother. Greater 7. Hey, get the likes up. I just counted 6 of you. Like, why is there only 4 likes, bro? Like, what's going on? Y'all okay? I'm reading history for your purpose. So I hope you know. Anyway, hey, thanks, Neil. Appreciate it. Hey, he's Ice Cube, gay brother. Black alien, huh? He's Ice Cube's gay brother. Who is that? Anyway, yeah. Implying by pointing out he's gay. Black alien, what are you implying by pointing out he's gay? Possibly perverted in his motives. It's possible. But anyway, salute. What's going on, beloved? BA. West Side, what's going on, family? What's going on, beloved? Yeah, I actually did the shotgun. I actually broke it down, and I showed how I dremeled the part. And I gotta edit. I'm using that edit thing that everybody's alien phone has now. It works pretty good, I think. I just got to put the time frames. I got to get rid of about 12 videos though, so I'm doing it a close up. I'm using this one and the other one where I'm actually different angles. Like when I put it together, you'll see it. So that would be something to know, something nice to put up on AAA. I got something else. Yeah. I keep coming up with all these ideas. I'm writing down. I don't want to just keep loading them to you because I don't think I want to see how those ones turns out. Anyway, free your minds and your behind will follow. Yeah, flaming sword. Flaming sword. You know, the flaming sword could be a number of things. It could be vibration and frequencies. Let's say that I believe eating is right in here. I believe eating is everywhere. I believe the flaming sword is a spell cast over us, or us going into a place of slumber and deep sleep, so we can't see it. Now, as we wake up, we start walking. Metaphysically, spiritually, in the physical. You get where I'm coming from? And so now the sword, which cuts everything off, is lifted, extinguished. And I'll get into another time because I can break it down a lot better when I'm specifically speaking on the Garden of Eden. Wouldn't have Earth been Eden for us? a wonderful, beautiful place, and all of a sudden darkness befell her. And when we saw that it was implicated to want to find something, learn something, we made ourselves forget momentary to go into a deep sleep. It's written throughout history, and there's a reason why. Okay? Anyway, I appreciate everybody. 4 likes, and we got like how many people commenting? And they didn't even hit the likes. The thumbs up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. 7, about 7. But anyway, I appreciate y'all regardless, and I guess it is what it is. I'm running around liking all people's stuff, but I watch most people's stuff, and it's something I like, and I just come back as I save it. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the reading, and the reason why I read the Emerald Tablet, I want y'all to see something in there, and then see the relationship with everything else. Like all these books, when you look at the sources and references, none of them are utilizing the other books that I'm reading. And the time frames. If you look between 2018 to 1839 to what could possibly be from the 6th century up until the mid to late 1800s. I mean, none of them are references each other as a source. But the people may have, because of hearing things, consummated art and their searches and everything else, organizations, cult movements, whatever, unknowingly put things there for you as a remembrance. If we can really see things how they were laid out and put together, then maybe more and more people will wake up and see things differently. You dig what I'm saying? Anyway, I appreciate y'all coming in. We're at 52 minutes. I'm not going to cook to the hour. I'm going to run out here to Safeway, get him his stuff. He misses a wonderful little brother. And I appreciate you guys. Number, love, and respect. Brothers and sisters. And you see the thumbnail, that's a brother and sister. There's a cowboy and a cowgirl, a cowgirl and a cowboy. Melanie. I have a lot of pictures of what you call black cowboys and cowgirls. So I might be using those for a little while as a thumbnail. Right? We need to come together. No fire and brimstone, not this evening. I want you to be a little more relaxed and more subtle. And I appreciate, again, the donations. Wild Indian, nothing but love. They be going towards books. Like I said, I have an appointment. I didn't even look at one of my appointments. I think my appointment is September 6th, 17th, or 18th. So I got to get the thing for my handicap placard, the permanent. I mean, they could give me a blue one all the time, but I want to get the red one, so it's just in there. I can put it on my license plate, and it's done. So that, and also I have to do another stress test. They have to look at my lungs. Just a few things. All right. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. The VA. Anyway, appreciate you guys. And tomorrow we're going to get deep. We're going to start it off with an original history of ancient America. And we're pretty much going to read quite a bit in there, because I want you to hear some of this stuff. And we'll do our best to break it down. You'll like it. And even when we go back to reading Flatlandis and we get into the worlds beyond the Pauls and all the Vedas and the Vedas and all that stuff, you'll see even those books that have nothing to do with any books that we have read so far, even with Nos Confoundum, as far as the people from across the ice walls, no reference at all, nothing related. But you'll see throughout history how it's always been there. It's even been in our stories, for if you know any of our stories. All right. Again, I appreciate you guys. Catch you later.